day. So I don't apologize for making that error. Notwithstanding, I believe that error was made elsewhere. Nonetheless, according to the releases, Friday 12th September will be the day for yellow. So I am therefore encouraging you for a second time to wear your yellow this coming Friday, the 12th of September. Those of you who may not have anything yellow at home, you have a few days to go on out and buy your yellow, as I suspect some persons do not have anything yellow at home for whatever reason, justifiably so or not. But I'm still encouraging you to go on out, wear your yellow or buy something yellow and wear it on third day of National Colors Day for 2025, which is Friday 12th September, and the color is yellow. In the past, there were actually 6 days for the National Colors Day, with the 6th day being the day to wear the combination of all 5 colors: green, yellow, white, black, and red. The national t-shirt, so to speak. And some persons have been extremely creative, wearing dresses, pants, shirts, whatever, of the 5 colors of the national flag with different designs, and looking very, very good indeed. So don't forget, Friday 12th September, yellow is the color for National Colors Day. Please be responsible. If you are drinking, don't drive. If you are driving, don't drink, because the life you save or the life you take may very well be your own and or your loved one or loved ones. You have been listening to the winnfm 98.9's Sports News, sponsored by Island Bakeries and presented by Troy Biff Mills. I thank you for listening and invite you to tune in again next time to winnfm 98.9's Sports News, where we will bring you more local, regional, and international sports news. As I slip away, I encourage you to always be positive in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Thank you for listening.
You were listening to the WinFM Sports News, which came to you with the kind compliments of Island Bakery.
Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb for over 2 decades. We have the best sliced bread anywhere on the island, the best butter bread, cakes and pastries, and a staff that's warmer. Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb. We also have island-wide delivery buses, outlets at the industrial site Bay Road and on 4th Street, opening hours from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Easy in the morning. Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb. Island Bakeries, good to the last crumb.
Don't throw those bottles away. Turn them into money today. Vitamalt bottles equal cash in your pocket. It's super easy. Just take those empty Vitamalt bottles to any Cara Brewery distribution truck or any drinks depot in St. Kitts and Nevis. We're keeping our beautiful Twin Island paradise clean. Vitamalt bottles equal cash back. Keep it clean, keep it green. Vitamalt bottle returns. Your bottles, your cash, your island.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us. TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind. You're always safe with us.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves, Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing this morning? It is the 12th day of September 2025, just about 4 minutes after the hour of 8, and it's Yellow Day here in the Federation as we continue the festivities as we move up to Independence 42. Celebrated under the theme, Perpetual Progress, a Sustainable Future in View, Independence 42. Quint, I forgot to tell you about the yellow yesterday. I humbly apologize about that. Because I said, let me be patriotic today. And then when I look in my closet, I'd be like, oh, I have a yellow shirt iron already. So I'm going to sport out in my yellow today as per the request that's out there. So it's yellow with sneakers. So we're supposed to be wearing sneakers as well today. Yes, I put on some green Converse, so I'm still keeping it in theme with the flag. I may not have on all the colors, but I have on my yellow as we represent. And yellow means, the yellow symbolizes, let me not say yellow means it. The yellow in our flag symbolizes the abundant year-round sunshine that graces the land. And I also saw something else that said the year-long sunshine as well as prosperity, and we know we are a very prosperous nation. So I saw a lot of yellow this morning on my way to work, so I hope everyone's gonna show up and show out for today's request of wearing yellow as we continue to be patriotic as we lead up to the grand celebration, which is next week Friday, when we'll wear white, but there'll be a holiday where we can still wear white and walk around of our independence. You're listening to us on winnfm 98.9. We're being simulcast on TVC Channel 40. We're on Facebook as well as YouTube. The numbers you can reach us at if you wish to join in on the conversation or bring something pressing to the fore. In the UK, it's 0333-440065. In the US, 1718-285-6984 or 1305-921-4619, or our local numbers 466-0989. Quint, good morning. How are you doing this morning, kind sir?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Doing better.
Well, I see
Plenty better than yesterday.
You have on your yellow.
My yellow, I know. Look at me in my yellow. I missed the red last week, and I have red. You know, I have all the colors as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah, so we miss. Well, I see you wearing your green today, but those two colors we would have missed.
I wear whatever, whenever. I don't follow any. You know, I just happen to wear color. I don't.
Okay,
follow
so whatever your hand touches, you just put on.
likely, yeah.
So for folks who may be listening and wondering about the meaning of our flag, so I spoke about the yellow that we're wearing today. So just let me tell you a bit about the green. So the green represents the country's fertile lands, and we know we're green year-round, looking good. You look up at the mountains, you just see the lush greenery and the rich agricultural resources that we need to use. I'm going to put in that plug there. Black acknowledges the African heritage of the people inhabiting St. Kitts and Nevis. Red honors the nation's historical struggle and resilience in fighting for freedom from slavery and colonial rule. And the two white stars. You know what those symbols represent, Quint? Want to take a guess?
No. I'm not really much of a patriotic individual.
So the two white stars, these are symbols of hope and liberty representing the two islands of St. Kitts and Nevis. So St. Christopher and Nevis.
And last Saturday we had a bit of a discussion with Mr. Chesley Hamilton, and he was saying the white, and I agree with him, the white need to change to gold or yellow, because white should not represent hope for black people, considering what white has put us through.
But they're not white, they're Caucasian. But I understand.
But the stars are not white either, you know. That was a whole nother discussion.
Oh boy, but when we look up, don't they look sparkly? They look whitish?
You look carefully and you see sometimes you see a spectrum of color. If you look carefully, sometimes you see a bit of oranges, pinkish. You don't see it sometimes? And then
I look now that you say.
And then in terms of the stars, I brought up that if the stars are truly white, we have a star in our proximity. That is the sun. When you look up at the sun, you don't see white, you see yellow, And you've never heard the sun referred to as the white sun. You've heard the golden sun, the yellow sun, and so on and so forth. So that was a whole other
Oh boy,
debate
that's a lot of discussion.
with me and Chesley Hamilton. And you know, Mr. McMahon is going to chime in.
Oh,
He was
boy.
the one who was adamant that the stars are white and well, he had a bit of a point. He said that it isn't something that we should give that much credence because it is kind of insignificant, but still we held to our point that white should not represent hope for black people.
All right, so we're asking Idris to go back to the drawing board and put something else on the flag.
No, we're saying that the white could just be yellow or silver or gold.
Okay, got you. So on today's program, I wanted to go down the regional pipeline because we have been doing a lot of local, not saying our local is not important, but we have been doing a lot of local coverage, but I just wanted to go down the regional pipeline. I have a few headlines here. Bolsonaro sentenced to 27 years, 3 months in prison for plotting the Brazil coup. Barbados condemn Israel strikes on Qatar. And that one comes from Barbados Today. Bolsonaro sentence, I got that from BBC. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister slam U.S. military strike on board, and that's from the stvincenttimes.com. St. Lucia moves to keep cannabis industry profitable and locally owned. That's from the stluciatimes.com as well. And 2 local lawyers drop out of passport selling scheme, and that's from the New Today Grenada. And from the Trinidad Express, Miss Besessar is sending home 200 Venezuelans. So, yeah.
She can go ahead and doing what she's doing. You know,
Yeah. But
she
Venezuela
knows what she's about. She must know. There's an old saying. I can't even remember it right now. If it comes to mind, I'll bring it back. Yeah.
I didn't hear the last thing you said, Quinn.
I said there's an old saying, but I can't remember it right now. But
Okay.
if it comes to mind, I'll say it. You know.
Okay, no problem. I'm trying to pull up the first story because when I saw this, I'd be like, wow, is it that all of ours is ending up, the CBI program, that is, as I continue to speak. And I'll just read some of the article. It says, 2 local lawyers drop out of the passport selling scheme. A senior Grenadian lawyer has said that there was no wrongdoing on the part of 2 of her colleagues whose license as local agents were revoked by the entity running the island's passport selling scheme, the Investment Immigration Agency, that's the IMA. That's what Grenada renamed their CBI program to. They weren't removed. They haven't renewed their license. They just didn't bother to pay their fee, she told the New Today. The 2 lawyers who took such steps are Winifred Duncan Phillip and Anandi Trotman Joseph, the former head of Grenada's Integrity Commission. According to the senior lawyer, there was a big dip in CBI business. Note that, a big dip. So I guess the CBI is dropping off all over. In CBI business last year, and 2 lawyers did little or no business and decided to drop out of the program by not paying the US $10,000 a year fee to renew their license.
Imagine that.
Wow, that's a lot. That's
you see,
27. But then imagine how much you're going to make on that. Maybe that's why it's so pricey.
Man, look, $10,000 for the U.S. and it's your citizenship. I mean, this is nonsense. This is the thing that Europe and America have been doing to us. Almost everything that we do to benefit ourselves, they're in it, dipping big.
Well,
I mean, come on, man.
I was surprised that it wasn't in easy to say like 27,000, but it says, because we know the 2.7 once it turns around, what's it going to be?
You know how much $10,000 could do to Little St. Kitts and Nevis?
I guess that's why the ladies drop out, because
US?
they're not doing much business, so that's why. She said one of the female lawyers told her since 2024 that she took the decision not to pay the high annual fee and knew that the penalty was that her name will be removed from the list of qualified agents. Another lawyer is said to have done little or no CBI business when her major client, British businessman Peter de Severy, died over a year ago. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who holds responsibility for Citizen by Investment, signed the order to revoke the license of Duncan Phillip and Trotman Joseph. A notice in the August 29, 2025 edition of the Government Gazette cited Section 6 of the Citizen by Investment Act, which empowers the minister to revoke an agent's license if performance standards are not met. Grounds for revocation include lack of ability, resources, experience, or integrity, as well as failure to pay the annual license fee within 14 days of the due date. A number of companies were also struck off the list: Spiceland Trading, GNDC Advisors Limited, Global Citizenship Advisory Services, DCS Grenada Corp., and Efficient Solutions Limited, except for Global Citizenship Advisory Services based in the British Virgin Islands. All the others are locally registered. Although the notices were published last week, they were originally dated February 17, 2025. Grenada CBI program launched in 2014, so fairly new, 11 years ago, and recently rebranded as the Investment Migration Agency, as I would have mentioned earlier, has grown into a significant revenue source for the government in the past 3 years. See, significant revenue source. The program allows
But even if you say significant, I'm still going through my head. Imagine you make significant revenue source, but for each individual's license, 10,000 US is
because that's why I tell you maybe the turnover is a lot, so that's why they're
but
taking
I'm
10,000.
not looking at that. I'm looking at the amount that the Americans are making off of something that is supposed to be ours.
But are you sure that's theirs? That's the Americans, and that's just not Grenada's charge?
So if it's that's what I'm saying. The Caribbean. If Grenada think it's whomever they're doing, why do you have to get this license for 10,000 US?
That's why I said I don't agree with it being in US. I think they should have put it in the EC.
But even if it's in EC, look, who's getting the $10,000 in the US?
I don't think so. It's a citizen by investment, you think?
Okay.
That's why I'm saying, why do they have it in...
Maybe I mixed up then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why do they have it in US?
I want to be clear.
Yeah. I would want to think it's Grenada that's getting it, but that's just a fee
Well,
to be in the ring.
Come to think of it, you might be right, but maybe because I'm so against everybody biting off things from us that my mind just ran there. But hey,
So it says the program allows qualified individuals to obtain Grenadian citizenship through financial investment and currently counts for more than 12,000 citizens. I tried to do some maths last night.
If it is for the Caribbean island, I don't have a problem with it being U.S.
But why should it be U.S. though? That's not our currency.
But
that's why I'm saying it should. I would have wished this article put it in EC.
No, you mean? Look, I'm kind of puzzled.
Okay, Quinn, you have to pay 10,000 US to be in the ring.
Yes.
I would wish, since US is not our OECS islands currency, we use it, yes. Instead of putting the 10,000 US, put the equivalent, which is 10,000 times 2.7. You feel me?
No, I hear you, but I disagree because these are foreign entities who are going to be buying this passport, are they not?
Yeah, but it's we, the lawyers, that have to process these documents, that have to pay, and whomever else that wish to be in the CBI scheme that has to pay $10,000 to have a license to practice in the CBI program.
Okay, I'm following you.
You get me now, right?
I'm slowly grasping my
Okay.
brain.
So
my old brains is.
So I wish that they said.
It's slowly grasping. So the $10,000, if I'm a lawyer and I want to participate in the CBI, that is what I have
That's
to
my
pay.
licensing fee to be in there.
Okay,
Yes.
That's
why I'm saying I wish they would have put the amount in EC. It says 12. So the program currently counts more than 12,000 citizens from nations in Africa, the United States, and the Middle East. So let me see how that goes. Give me 1 second. They could have put 27,000, like I said earlier.
To me, it's neither here or there because if let's say I'm the one who wants the license, if I pay it in EC or if I pay it in US, it's basically the same, isn't it?
I don't know how to do it, but the fact that we quote it in US is just.
But here's why I first said I didn't have a problem with it being in US, because if it's in US, when you get it, you don't have to worry about changing, to get the US value, changing your EC to get the US value. You already have US.
Yeah, because it might be 2.7
Yes, so you already have US. So for banking purposes and blah, 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 once you're going to have a US account, that doesn't change and that kind of stuff. This is why I said, I prefer it being in US.
And then maybe, as you would have mentioned, maybe there are US agencies as well that deals with it. So Yeah, so
Because from my understanding, it seems like most of the agencies are external to the party that is actually having the passport, you know. Because when I was hearing bits and pieces about St. Kitts and Nevis, a lot of the agents were not really local. There were a few locals, but it seemed like the majority of them
foreign
are
entities.
foreign entities. Because
Okay.
and the excuse they use is that, well, they're out there, they know about the ins and outs and intricacies of doing this kind of business. But I kind of don't agree with that, you know. Hello, caller.
Good morning to everybody.
Good
And
morning.
Greetings once. Good morning, Captain Cranston, and greetings once more in Jesus Christ's name, the only Savior of sinners, from their sins and from hell, and the second person of the eternal Trinity. Yeah, yes. As usual, like I said, we need to become a republic and get out the British Commonwealth as quickly as possible. The quicker, the better. Now, what I'm going to say is, as we get more and more race touchy, you know, a lot of people going to disagree with what I'm going to say, but so be it. So be it. Now, white has represented from ancient times purity, uprightness, wholeness, that sort of stuff. And black as represented from ancient, black are darkness as represented from ancient times. Evilness, wickedness, unholiness, that sort of stuff.
That is
It
an untrue
has-
that is an untrue statement. From which ancient time?
From way, way, way back in ancient times. And the reason...
From which
and-
ancient time? Because again,
Well,
remember,
Even before Jesus Christ was born.
re-
Even
rem-
before Jesus Christ was born.
remember we spoke to before the flood and after the flood, and you could not really give me anything definitive. All you said was that only after the flood count. That is one. Number two, there were ancient civilizations long before that. A lot of history has chosen conveniently to hide or discard. And unfortunately, you don't seem to be privy to that history. And it amazes me that you, a black person, always rushes to condemn anything black and uphold everything white. It shows that you have a deep self-hatred, and it is sad. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead making your
Yes,
point.
let me say this. All records we have of human civilization, other than the Bible, is from after the flood. That is what I told you. The Bible is the only record we have of human civilization before the flood. All other records we have are really after the flood of Noah. Now, I think that is clear enough. Now, ancient time, I think, from what I have read, is any time before, I think, 400 AD, if not 600. But to be safe, let me say, from what I read, ancient time is any time before 400 AD, in the 4th century AD. Anything before that is considered to be ancient time. Okay? Now,
So let me ask you this: ancient time, which goes way back to Egypt in its glory days before it was invaded by Caucasians. I can't remember their names, but you know, it is documented in history. What you're saying that during that time, black was represented as evil and white was represented as pure.
even before that.
That is a
Even long
lie.
before that.
That is a downright lie.
Okay, let me interject here. Let me interject here, gentlemen, please, and thanks. It says black can represent a diverse range of concepts, from negative connotations like death, evil, and mourning to positive associations such as power, elegance, sophistication, and status. It can also symbolize mystery, formality, rebellion, and the unknown, while historically it was linked to concepts of fertility and renewal in cultures like ancient Egypt.
That is what
The
I'm
meaning
referring
of black is highly dependent on cultural context
Hear that?
and individual interpretation,
You hear
making
that?
it a versatile color with a profound and multifaceted symbolism. It even goes on to say, let me finish this before Greg, you continue. It says, black, it is a symbol of wealth, influence, and high quality, often used by luxury brand. Black can also represent independence, a strong will, and self-control.
But unfortunately, we don't hear those positive connotations. We only hear black market,
Evil.
Everything,
Everything evil.
And that is what Greg is saying, and that is a downright lie.
But some of us with extra weight even use black to disguise of shape, so black is a good thing.
Go ahead, Greg, make your point.
Like I said, black from ancient times has been used to represent evil and that sort of stuff. And Cotenso basically said that that is one of the meanings that it has been used to represent.
But still fertility
But
and
hear
renewal
this,
from
Greg.
ancient
I
times.
Hear this, Greg.
Hold on. I did not say that's the only thing represented or not.
But
I
that
said
is what
But that's
you
the
said.
one thing you come to push to the fore, like
Yes.
black is bad.
Yeah, because, no, hold on, because based upon what Quinn said, he and Chelsea said earlier, as though black has never been used to represent these things. And white, and as though white has never been used to represent these things. So what I am saying, and
But you're killing your argument. You're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, Greg, what are you really
because
saying?
When you
Excuse me.
came in, the first thing you said was white. You said people are going to agree with me, and then you went on to say white has been representative of X, Y, Z, and black as representative of yes X, Y, Z.
Yes, from ancient times.
And you said nothing positive. You did not even insert black has been one of the forms to designate it as negative. You just said point blank, white is XYZ and black is
Black is
XYZ.
XYZ, yeah.
Yeah, but I did not use the word only.
But you're using it now. You're using it now conveniently as a defense because I was not going to allow you to.
Because I'm being misinterpreted to say that it only means this. That.
Okay.
No, I didn't use the word only.
I hear you now.
But Greg, it would have sounded a bit different if you had come and say black means this and then.
Yes.
But you just came in with the negative like right away and put white to be like holier than thou.
Yeah.
I've been basing what I said. I based it upon what Quinn said. Chesley said earlier, and that we shouldn't use.
And
white.
what is wrong?
Hold on. That we shouldn't use white to represent things and I said.
I did not say Saint Kitts and Nevis.
No, because of the context of what white means to the black race.
Yes,
he didn't say not to represent. That's what
Saint
he meant.
Kitts,
Because
he
as
said
they
it
say,
should
black.
not represent hope.
Yeah.
But that is what. But I have said based upon that you said Chester said white shouldn't be used in our flag to mean hope. I came on and I said white in ancient time has been used to mean holiness and uprightness and that sort of stuff.
We know that.
In ancient time.
But we disagree with it.
I don't think we know that.
I am aware of it. I am aware of it, but we disagree. That is what.
I think everybody is aware of that, even those who don't believe.
But Greg, you were. I'm sure you were listening.
I'm lying.
I'm sure you were listening because you did not. Because you infinitively were just making white look good and black look bad, and there's why I said you were. That was a lie.
Again, you put concepts that I did not mention. I did not say only. I did not say only. You interpreted me was to say I said it only means this.
But Greg,
mm-hmm.
I don't literally speak, but the fact that it's how you came on. You made black seem to be the worst.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's why I'm telling you. You could have switched it up. You could have said this is what black means, and then this is what the other side of it, because everything has two sides. Because when white is dirty, it becomes black, right?
Yeah.
But it's a certain point that I was making. It was a certain point that I was making in Queen saying that Chesley said we should not use white to represent hope for
But don't you
nation.
feel that he probably has a good argument based on the fact that what are Caucasians that we refer to as white people did us so bad that it is a remembrance of that, and we wish not to see it.
That, yes.
Yeah, we want to forget. We wish to forget.
But we should not let that influence what white has historically represented from ancient time.
You hear? He
That's
gone
what I'm
back.
saying.
You see, he gone back to the same thing. He did not
Yeah,
just
we- yeah,
he
why-
did
why
not
from
just say
ancient ti-
he did not just say what he should have said was it does not represent one of the connotations or one of the meaning that white has had for ancient time. He just said
Okay,
it
let me.
point blank.
Okay, let me
As
ask
if
you.
though we
Greg,
can't
you're
listen
burying
and
yourself there.
decipher. You
I
know.
don't mean to chuckle,
Let me
but you're
ask
burying
you.
yourself.
Hold on. Let me ask you all a question.
Mm-hmm.
Has white been used from ancient times to represent holiness and that sort of stuff?
Purity.
From a certain time.
Purity, right? From
Not-
ancient times.
Not from a certain time in ancient history.
Like when
That is more accurate. From the time
when that certain time began.
Look, before the Europeans, all when Greek was at its peak and that kind of stuff and so forth, the Greeks did not refer to themselves as white people. It was,
Yeah, but I didn't answer my question,
we were not classed in terms of pigmentation. We were classed in terms of tribes and religion and all that kind of stuff. It is after Europe dominated and started to colonize the world that they pushed this thing about whiteness being right and everything black being bad.
And what is your source for that?
History.
But
Anyway, Greg, you're just going to keep...
Greg, hold on. I have a next AI overview here for you.
Hold on. My source is the Bible.
Go ahead,
It says white has traditionally symbolized a range of positive concepts such as purity, innocence, peace, and new beginnings in Western cultures, often seen in bridal gowns and religious attire. However, its meaning is culturally dependent. In many Asian cultures, including ancient Egypt and some Slovak traditions, white instead signifies death or mourning. White also represents cleanliness and sterility, as used in hospitals, because we see all the doctors are in white gowns, right? And can convey a sense of emptiness or coldness in certain contexts, because the straight jacket, what color are they? White.
And that is coming, and that is coming from a part of ancient time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hold on. What I'm saying.
Greg,
and the article in that says,
Greg, with all due respect, we have to take a commercial break, and you're
Okay,
just gonna keep asking
my
the same
source is the
question, and
Bible.
you're not gonna admit anything. My thing is that
My
you
source is the
started
Bible.
wrong.
No, my source is the Bible. No, I ain't started wrong.
Okay, so
because-
wrap up, please.
Because,
Wrap up your point.
yeah, because what I'm saying, based upon the Bible teaching, like, for example, the blood of Christ make us as white as snow. Okay, that sort of stuff. What I'm saying is that from ancient time, white has been used to mean uprightness, purity, and that sort of stuff. As we see in the Bible, the ancient Jews were not Western, the ancient Jews were Eastern, and they wrote it in the Bible by the hand of God. And black, we see in the Bible again, has been used to represent evil and that sort of stuff, and it's all from ancient times. I didn't use the word only.
All right, Greg.
It has been a truth that comes from ancient times, and the Bible shows us. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
So you notice he ended the same way again. He showed us where the Bible only shows black as bad, and only shows
And this is
white
what I'm
as
thinking.
good. And then he's going to say, I didn't say only, but he emphatically makes the statement.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, let's take this bit of a commercial break.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
St. Kitts and Nevis, Hartsford's Value Mart is saying thank you in a big way. Join us for Bag the Savings Customer Appreciation Weekend, celebrating 150 years of SL Hartsford and Company. This one's for you, our valued customer. From Thursday, September 18 to Saturday, September 20, every customer will receive a free limited edition reusable shopping bag while supplies last. Plus, shop on Thursday and Saturday. Spend over $100 and walk away with a free $20 coupon towards your next purchase. It's our way of showing appreciation to you. So come celebrate, stock up, and save big during Bag the Savings Customer Appreciation Weekend. Only at Hartsford Value Mart. Hartsford's Value Mart. Bag the savings, bag the value. Shop smart. Shop Value Mart, where price matters most.
Are you dreaming of a brighter future? The answer is right beneath your feet. Buying land is a wise investment. You can build a home, hold it as collateral, or pass it on to your children. And with CIBC Caribbean, buying land is a bold move you can make right now. CIBC Caribbean is giving you US $250 towards your valuation cost and 50% off your loan application fee. Visit CIBCCaribbean.com for more details. CIBC Caribbean terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea, only on Win Media 98.9.
And we're back on Island Tea, and in response to Greg, I know we had to take a commercial break, so once again, from AI Overview. Jesus loves all the children, red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in his sight, okay? The Bible does not equate the color black with inherent badness, but rather uses black and the related concept of darkness to represent concepts such as mourning, famine, scarcity, and spiritual blindness. And we see how the faces of those kids in the Gaza look with all the dirt and all those things, darkness, especially when contrasted with light. For example, in Jeremiah 14:2 and Lamentations 5:10, people's faces are described as black due to hunger and the land's mourning. And in Matthew 6:23, darkness symbolizes a lack of spiritual light or truth. So biblical examples of black or darkness signifying negative states, mourning and famine. Judah mourns and her gates languish. They are black for the land. Illness and scarcity. Our skin is hot, literally black as an oven because of the fever of famine. That's Lamentations 5:10. Spiritual blindness. If then the light within you is darkness, Matthew 6:23, this darkness symbolizes a life devoid of God's truth, God's judgment. The third horseman in Revelation 6:5 carries scales, portraying a time of scarcity and rationing, with the horse being black.
Yeah, but I want to hear some positive connotations from the Bible now, because all of those are still negative.
So, but no, not all of that. The spiritual blindness, all of that, famine, all of that.
All of them are
Yeah.
negative.
But I still don't.
I significantly don't like that part when you black represents a lack of link with God and that kind of stuff, you know. So this just shows why I, from way back when I was much younger, decided to move away from the biblical teachings.
Wait. While modern cultures often associate black with evil and white with good, the Bible doesn't establish this strict symbolic contrast. Okay? I never thought Jesus spoke down to black, but we associate black with a lot of, I don't want to say bad things, I like to say indifferent things.
Whenever we say Bible, this is what people must understand. Whenever we say Bible, it means that book that came from, we're not speaking about ancient scripts and that kind of stuff, because they want to say, yeah, we took them from ancient scripts. But we're speaking, when we speak about the Bible, we're speaking about that book or those books that have been established and coming out of the Roman Empire. That is the kind of Bible that we have in our possession for the most part today. If you want to get other Bibles, you have to search elsewhere. And that is again why I moved away from the biblical concept, because I've always felt that the Bible have trained us and groomed us to be a docile people, because it has taken away significance from our culture.
I don't think so, as I'm saying. The Bible does not equate the color black with inherent badness.
But look, all of those
it's
that
just
you just
some
outlined
things,
were all bad.
mourning and famine. People, I think it's we that put black to it.
I want you to do me a favor.
I think it's us,
Hortensia. I want you to, just how you found all those things that represented bad, go in the Bible and find me some that represent good from a black perspective. I am not saying they're not there, but I'm saying you don't have to do that today. You could do that as a homework for another time, but this is what I want. Because people have, this is what Greg is saying. Greg is saying from a biblical sense, the Bible has represented black as bad and white as good. He even went reference when you're free of your sins, you're washed as white as snow.
As snow, yeah. I know that part.
Okay. So let's move away from that biblical talk anyway. There are many other things that we can discuss other than, you know.
Well, as I said, we were doing the regional news. We already did the one from Grenada, so I'll continue with Bolsonaro. He was sentenced to 27 years and 3 months in prison for plotting the Brazil coup. He lost the election in 2022. He couldn't bear the loss. And I thought to myself, look what power can make people do.
Well,
And now you have to end up in jail just because you did not do what was right. So he's barred from running for public office until 2033. I don't know. That doesn't even make sense to me.
That doesn't make sense to me because this again, it shows you why people on a higher level, they get away with so much. If it was a poor individual, they would be barred for life. But him now, as despicable as his act was or is, you're going to be barred until another time, and then next thing you know, you're back in control of people again. What would people expect when you get back in control?
To be penalized, punished, all of those things. So, and we see that because of him being treated the way that supposedly he's being treated, that the, what do you call it? Do you have a caller? Caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Yeah.
You see the kind of black thing?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
To say, but I kind of agree with Greg. Because it's why me, I'm an African. I never refer to myself as black.
But that is what I said.
For all those reasons, all the connotations they give you for black is bad.
But
I mean,
no,
we
they
can
said...
argue it.
Oh, boy.
We can argue it.
Oh,
The
boy.
Bible says when the people were cursed, everybody assumed they turned black. And the children, Ham and Canaan and all that. I mean, technically, the book wasn't written to empower all people.
But that is what I
The book
said.
was written to empower white people.
Oh, gosh.
When they brought it to us, it wasn't to save our souls. No, it was to teach us how to be good servants, how to obey your masters.
That is what
and
I
your
said.
reward, if you're obedient, is in heaven.
Yes, that is what I've said.
So, it is a negative. I understand all the power thing, because I know black is a power color. We know that. But those things are reserved for maybe sentiment. When we refer to as black, it's a negative.
That's true.
If you take it, we always been, okay, black. But take it from the plantation. We were niggers. We were Negroes. We were colored people. Oh, shit.
Hello, caller. What did you got to be careful
What's
with
your
your,
language?
with your language. Can't get too emotional and you know.
No, I think he did something in here because he's driving.
No. I just need a police stop here, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's because he's driving or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Whoop.
Maybe he
But
thought he was.
Quint,
Yeah.
Quint, we can't beat up black so. So am I supposed to say as he said?
Look, I've never, unlike what has been said in relation to, I've never referred to or felt that black was a negative. That is why I have survived. That is why I represent myself the way I do, with a sense of pride. Some may feel it is arrogance, but it is confidence. Because when I was young, I've said to my children, there was a time when I was very, very young, about maybe 8, 9, growing up in the U.S. Virgin Islands, when I used to wish I was white.
So do we wish to have?
And I had to sit down with myself during that period and ask myself, why is it that you wish that you were other than who you are? And I realized I said that and I felt that way because when I looked around me in the Virgin Islands, I saw that whites were living in the lavish houses, whites had all the luxury, and I saw that my people were struggling. But then I was reading, you understand? I began to read, I was opening up my knowledge, and I realized that historically, this is why I disagree with what Greg just said. I went back into ancient history. I went back into African mythology. And I realized that black did not have negative connotations from my people's perspective. And then I felt empowered. I felt proud to be who I was. So from that period when I was 8, 9 years old onwards, I've never seen myself as a negative or anything associated with black as a negative. Hello, caller?
Realize I said that and I felt that way.
Caller, listen to the phone and not your radio. We're going to get a wicked feedback.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yes.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Now, Quinn, our pigmentation, right? Even though Greg wants to, like what Greg was saying, trying to equate black with everything evil, which I don't agree with that, cousin. Ain't nothing like a lovely black dress when you put it on. Black look the best on any color. When you put it on, you just look good.
Exactly.
And to slim you down.
And I said that, yep.
A beautiful black limousine,
Exactly. Yeah. And look at our pigmentation, right? It protects us. We can stay in the sun.
Yeah.
We can be in the sun. Our pigmentation, I mean, come on. I get the point where y'all were getting with Greg, because it's like he mainly comes to point out the negative.
Yeah.
So I get the whole argument that y'all was giving him. But black is beautiful.
But hear this, caller. I love that reference you made. We can stand in the sun and enjoy the sunlight because of the melanin in our skin.
Exactly.
The melanin is blackness. The whole world needs to understand that melanin in our skin is being used to researched and used all over the world.
I was just about to tell you that.
All over the world for healing purposes, for cures and that kind of stuff. So we need not look at black as a negative. We need to move away from, and that is why I agree with what Chesley was saying. We do not want a representation on our flag that white is our redemption.
But then again, it goes to the mind, right? It's a mindset, because what you said in your mind. If you condition your mind to think black is just evil, because when we're gonna talk about evil, if we're really honest, you have more white evil people, leaders especially, in the world doing a whole mess of evil.
Yeah.
I mean, mass murders. Come on. So evil run on both sides. Whether you're black, you're white, if you're evil, you're just evil.
That's it.
But
you know,
black is beautiful. Let's stick with that.
Do you know they use white magic to fight black magic?
Exactly.
So we have white doing a lot of different things.
So even that is a negative.
Well, the black magic, yeah, because we call it black magic because of how it's done.
And again, you see, if people are knowledgeable and they go back into the history, they will realize that these things, these terms and phrases only came up at given periods. They were not there all the time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because the Lord created most of the earth in darkness, and then he said, let there be light, so you can
Let
differentiate.
there be light.
Yes.
The
Exactly.
light was after everything created.
Exactly, and darkness is good because we need to rest, right? Some of us rest in the light, but some of us can't, right?
But that's it. It is, again, it's your mind. It's what you condition your mind to think. So let us condition our mind to put what the negative and condition ourselves. We know better.
Yeah.
We know black is. I'm not evil. Are y'all evil?
Not at all. But do you look at most of the celebrities when they're on the red carpet? Whose fancy tailored black suit is that? What color is that? On a Caucasian skin.
But Cartesia, they go under a lamp to try to get our pigmentation.
I get that part, but I'm just...
Up themselves trying to get color in their skin.
But as Quint mentioned too, Cleo, the limousine. Most limousines are black. You have the white coming in, but most people request black limousines. So black is a good thing.
In, right? What is more beautiful? What is more prettier? Isn't it the black limousine?
Black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a black limousine or a black car, when it moves, depending on the light that hits it, man, it's so beautiful.
It's stunning.
You know?
Beautiful. It stands. Put a white and a black together. Which one gonna shine more? Which one you're gonna see more? In the dark color, the white gonna fade away.
Do you know that is why all of these years, hence, whenever the people go to do bodybuilding competitions, you notice even the white people tan themselves.
They have to tan so they could see the muscle.
So that you could see the muscle tones and that.
There's no white paint there. No white paint is there.
What I mean. In order for their muscles to stand up and look good, they gotta tan themselves.
They must tan.
Black is beautiful.
It is.
Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Same to you. Hello, caller.
Caller, good morning. You're live on Island T.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Look at that black, beautiful woman in the studio.
Thank you, bro. How are you doing?
Man, Quinn, come on, man. You all name everything black. That's good. And I gotta come in and say the black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quint, I know you like them black women, man. I heard you said that before.
I couldn't live without those black women. You know what I'm saying?
Neither do I, man. Neither do I. Black is beautiful. Black is where it's at. Once you go black, you won't go back.
Never.
And look, let me interject here because I don't want any white or Caucasian individual to feel that we're like against them. All we're doing is reveling in our own pride, in the pride of self, of who we are, as opposed to what we've been portrayed to be. Okay? So get that clear. Go ahead.
And guess what, Quinn? When you reference the fact that when you was living down in the Virgin Islands and you look around, you know, I was in the Virgin Islands once upon a time too, and I looked around like you. And then a lot of stuff that you see happening in St. Kitts and Nevis right now is reminiscent of what I saw in the Virgin Islands.
And the same with me. And that is why I'm so concerned, because I see us moving along that very same vein.
Yes, that's correct. And we don't have the self-confidence. We can't develop our own industries like you was talking about the CBI earlier. Why outside sources got to be controlling our CBI program? Why all the industries that's coming? There was a reference about the marijuana industry in Grenada. They're trying to have the, well, if I stand corrected, if I make a bad statement or a wrong statement.
They're trying to keep it local.
They're trying to keep it local.
Yes.
Why can't we do that type of stuff in our federation, in our small space? You know, me, I ask and I wonder, why can't we do something different than every other place? I'm not seeing us doing anything different. Revolutionary.
And this is our concern.
You know,
this is our concern.
This is our concern.
Especially when we hear about, when it seems to us that the mode of the plans for the future for what is that word they tend to use, sustainability, that the mode for the future seems to be enclaves or zones. We do not like that.
Right now, St. Kitts and Nevis is going through a transformation, and it is not going in the favor of us as blacks, us as locals, us as indigenous. Why can't we hear positive stuff that's benefiting the locals and the indigenous people? Most of the talk that we are talking is so negative all the time. We just on the negative spectrum all the time. Why can't we have narratives that's on these airwaves that's positive? Man, I took a trip to Africa 3 years ago. I can't wait to go back there. That's one of the main big differences I see with over there and over here. There's a lot more fellowship over there than over here. There's a lot of positivity over there than over here. Over here, we are just accustomed to pointing to the negatives all the time and bringing down each other and tearing down each other. You know, that's a significant difference that I saw when I went to Africa. And I'm going to put it out there. That trip that I made to Africa, it almost like I feel like I enjoy myself more over there than when I traveled and visit my own country. And that is not good. We need to see this stuff happening in our federation. And we are trying to bring all of these big developments, and it's only the rich foreign folks are going to be the managers of those projects. We are not seeing us as locals. Even us as locals, we are not even trying to put our own money into ourselves. There's a lot of people in the Federation of Thinkers and Leaders that's sitting on a lot of money for years. But they will be the same people who will point to the foreigners coming in as well.
Yeah.
You know, we got to have the confidence in ourselves that we can develop our own industries, and that's the problem that I personally is having with our own so-called leaders. And they're not really leaders, and that's why I revert back to calling them politicians. And
look at two businesses here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, TDC and Hosford, right? And you see, you know how it feels when you're going to those businesses and you see your own people in various positions and cashiers and managers and that kind of stuff. We need more of that.
Yeah, but Prince, the lady caller you had yesterday was dropping some variety of issues in the Federation, societal, social issues. You know, and one of the things that I pulled out of her comments was that the foreigners are coming in when they need the skilled workers. They are importing segments of different races and different type of people and bringing them in, and then our local people, we just get the remedial jobs. With all the money that they got through the CBI program and other sources, we ain't seeing enough self-development. You know, we're talking about bringing the youngsters. We ain't seeing enough, you know, we're not talking about putting a trade school on Nevis. We ain't seeing these type of things happening to develop our local, you know, our youths, our kids coming up, develop their skills so that they don't get left out when the jobs come, when the development comes. So we're not always being forced into the remedial position. Everybody don't want to be a waiter or a waitress. You know, we have some brilliant children amongst us.
We have another caller, Burl.
Okay, let me just make one last point, and then you can entertain the other caller.
Good morning, Burl.
Mr. Quinn, hear this real quickly, Quinn, before you take the other caller. Yesterday, I seen a 9-year-old taking college classes already. I seen a 15-year-old in Jamaica and a Jamaican News clip. That's brilliant enough already to be taking classes in college already, both of them.
Repeat. Stop. Repeat what you said because the air condition suction pump was just on. So repeat what you said just a while ago.
Black is brilliant from day one, and we are still brilliant right now. But I'm going to speak to my own Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. We are not investing in our own selves. We don't have the self-confidence to develop our own country and our own industries. And that's a step back for our local people. That is not fair. I seen a 9-year-old, and two clips yesterday, I seen a 9-year-old is taking college classes already. I seen a 15-year-old that's taking college classes already in Jamaica. Black is beautiful, black is brilliant, and I'll leave it there.
All right, thank you for your contribution.
Let's take a bit of a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
I ain't got no hurricane safety tips now. Well, Skelett got, and together we can weather the storm. So, check this. Prepare for power outages. Charge devices before a storm strikes. Develop a plan in the event that electricity goes. Learn where and how to shut off your home's electricity. Ensure that there are no trees in the lines near you. If you are experiencing low voltage, turn off the main switch in your home. Do not touch wet appliances. Be sure to stay tuned to Skelex's Facebook page and website for updates about the outages and restoration. For emergencies, our contact numbers are 465-2013, 661-2013, and 600. I repeat, 465-2013, 661-2013, and 600. Remember, with Skelex Hurricane Safety Tips, together we can weather the storm.
Flow customers, unlock big prepaid rewards every time you activate a prepaid plan. Activate a 7-day plan or higher and earn points towards your rewards. Activate again, earn even more points. Activate next week, well, you get the picture. The more you activate, the more extra data and prizes you earn. Get in on the big prepaid rewards. Dial *129 or visit topupflow.com to activate a prepaid plan today.
St. Kitts, it's time to come together for a great cause. Join us on Saturday, September 13th at 17 Degrees Victoria Road for Trent's Breakfast, Lunch, and Barbecue Fundraiser. Start your day with breakfast from 7 a.m., grab a delicious lunch at 11, and then fire up the night with a big barbecue from 4 p.m. until late. Also supporting the cause: New Vibes Band, Grandmasters, Small X Band, Collision, Akayu Suite, ASAP Band, Evolution HD, Upset Squad, KT Dan, Statics, Tough House Sound, DJ Cool, D-Vibes Masquerade, and plenty more. Remember, this is more than just food and music. Every plate, every drink, every donation goes towards Trent's medical expenses. Your support truly means a difference. Entry: give what you can. Plus, breakfast, lunch, barbecue, and drinks will be on sale all day long. So mark your calendars. Saturday, September 13th, 17 Degrees Victoria Road. It's all about Trent's breakfast, lunch, and barbecue fundraiser.
If you need protection, you need one who you can trust. To secure your investment, you need one who'll do you just. TDC Insurance, you're the one that you can trust. TDC Insurance, you're always safe with us.
TDC Insurance is your go-to insurance company for all your insurance needs. We take pride in offering you the best solutions and ensuring our customers are fully satisfied. TDC Insurance, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
You're always safe with us.
Looking for the perfect venue with history, beauty, and a breathtaking view? Come to Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park, St. Kitts' premier destination for unforgettable events. From romantic weddings and elegant banquets to family picnics and memorable celebrations, Brimstone Hill has the setting you've been searching for. Need a professional space? We also offer conference room facilities at both the Fortress and our Matheson House head office. Call us today at 465-2609 to make your booking. We're open Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park, where history meets your most memorable moments.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea, only on Win Media 98.9.
And we're back on Island Tea, and as the advert just mentioned, go out, support Trent, and today is Trent's birthday, so happy birthday, Trent. So go out and support the initiative in the morrow.
Yeah, most
We have a caller?
Yeah.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Island Tea.
Hey, greetings and salutations. I have a few observations. Quint, are you aware of two government entities that run ads on another radio station?
No, perhaps you can enlighten me.
Well, actually, I really don't like call other station.
No,
Call
when I
letters.
say you don't have to refer to the other stations, but what are the ads really depicting?
Well, one is from the National Housing and one is from the Development Bank. I find that a bit strange. I've never heard them on any other station. And my thing is, if you're going to run ads, you are using taxpayers' money. I think you should
spread the money.
Spread the money, yeah.
Invite everybody to the table.
I agree, but I find that is a trend I'm glad you brought up that, because it seems to me over on the Nevis end, there's a particular station that doesn't seem to get benefit from anything from the present government over there on Nevis, and people have been complaining about that over and over and over, and it remains the same, and it shows the ignorant, foolish arrogance of our governments who feel that if you don't support them, you're not supposed to eat. If you don't push their views, you don't deserve to live. So in a democracy, mind you. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah. Now, another observation again. Do you know exactly what parks and beaches does? What is the function?
They groom the island.
Do they groom the beach?
I am not sure about the beach.
I think so, but
the fact that it's in the name, I think they might. I've not seen them.
I'm sure that I've heard instances where they've worked on the beach and so on
With
and
the
so
sargassum seaweed, I think I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. So maybe they do work on the beach.
Okay, well, I have a problem with that because in order to clean the beach, you have to go to the shoreline and rake up all those hard black coral. When last time you guys been to the beach? You see how, when you're going to the beach, you see how you got to be walking and hoping that you don't get digged, chuck out wherever the word is. I mean, let me show you an example. In St. Thomas, down at the UPI beach, John Brewer's Beach, UPI has a guy in this little tractor and a rake, and every morning they rake all the coral off the beach before the beach goers, beach swimmers reach there. I mean, that's my interpretation of cleaning the beach.
I agree.
Not just going on picking up garbage. What about the black coral that's there?
I hear you. And that beach that you refer to, I remember, it's weird, I remember living in the Virgin Islands when that beach, before they changed it up, that beach was a beach that few people went to because it was full of rocks and those sea stars that will prick you. And
sea urchins.
I remember when they started to change that beach and they dredged it and they imported white sand and that kind of stuff, and when you see that, you will think that is the way nature made it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a word to parks and beaches, clean up the coral. Because all that coral does, that black, it stays there. You're going down to the beach, and you got to be walking so careful. If you're going to clean the beach, clean it properly.
Yeah,
because
usually when one goes to the beach, they're barefooted, and you don't want things that are gonna blister your feet.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, okay. Hear you loud and clear.
And all you need is just two people, one with a rake, one with a barrow, and you just cut it off.
I'm sure that individuals concerned are listening.
So they can get the message.
Yep. And one more thing, I was listening to another radio station again, and I think he's a cabinet secretary. I mean, he called in. I could not believe the way he went on, with one of the guests, because of something that he may have said. I think he misinterpreted, what the guy was saying, and he ain't gonna allow nobody to do this to his staff. And he said, and the thing about it, you had the Attorney General and you had the farm member, and not one of them, and the host, not one of them interjected and say anything. Why are these people so bitter?
Well, that is a question that perhaps they would have to answer themselves.
And this is going to be my last comment. I always say that our Constitution need to be torn up and we need to get a new Constitution. This thing with these nominated members, I have a problem with it. We had a chance to get a real Constitution. We went and we copy and we paste. And I often wonder if many of our people know that back in the days, it was the nominated members who ran things. The elected members had no power to do anything.
When Britain ruled and yeah.
And today, we have that in our Constitution. I remember one time, a nominated member decided a member couldn't go on the radio. An elected member couldn't go on the radio.
Oh, well, that time wasn't when Britain ruled. That was during our tenure when we ruled. I remember that, yeah.
No. This was during our this was a few years ago.
That's what I'm saying. When you first referred to, I thought of when Britain was before we became independent. But by your last statement, I realized you're speaking since we became independent. So I corrected myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I corrected myself there.
And I keep saying the last thing. And we had another instance where a nominated member come to the ceiling like Superman, and the speaker asked him how he voted, and he said, "Aye." To mix everything up. These nominated members, we need to write a new constitution and get away from that constitution. That constitution invests too much power in the Prime Minister. Too much. And with all that authority and power that they claim they have, they do not come to the people with anything. They hide them. You're hearing things. They tell you what they want. But again, it's time, as I say, it's time we get a new constitution. All right, my friend.
All right, thank you for your observations, sir.
Hey, so we're going to take a bit of a commercial break because we're due to make a bit of a changeover anytime now.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
St. Kitts and Nevis, Hartsville's Value Mart is saying thank you in a big way. Join us for Bag the Savings Customer Appreciation Weekend, celebrating 150 years of S.L. Hartsville and Company. This one's for you, our valued customer. From Thursday, September 18 to Saturday, September 20, every customer will receive a free limited edition reusable shopping bag while supplies last. Plus, shop on Thursday and Saturday. Spend over $100 and and walk away with a free $20 coupon towards your next purchase. It's our way of showing appreciation to you. So come celebrate, stock up, and save big during Bag the Savings Customer Appreciation Weekend. Only at Hossford's Value Mart. Hossford's Value Mart. Bag the savings, bag the value. Shop smart. Shop Value Mart, where price matters most.
St. Kitts, it's time to come together for a great cause. Join us on Saturday, September 13th at 17 Degrees Victoria Road for Trent's Breakfast, Lunch, and Barbecue Fundraiser. Start your day with breakfast from 7 a.m., grab a delicious lunch at 11, and then fire up the night with a big barbecue from 4 p.m. until late. Also supported the cause: New Vibes Band, Grandmasters, Small X Band, Collision, Akayu Suite, ASAP Band, Evolution HD, Upset Squad, KT Dan, Statics, Tough House Sound, DJ Cool, D-Vibes Masquerade, and plenty more. Remember, this is more than just food and music. Every plate, every drink, every donation goes towards Trent's medical expenses. Your support truly means a difference. Entry: give what you can. Plus, breakfast, lunch, barbecue, and drinks will be on sale all day long. So mark your calendars. Saturday, September 13th, 17 Degrees Victoria Road. It's all about Trent's Breakfast, Lunch, and Barbecue Fundraiser.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea, only on Win Media 98.9.
And welcome back to Island Tea. And on this segment, we have TDC in the house. We welcome back Kyler and Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Good morning.
How are you?
Trying to be plenty better than yesterday. He already wants to make me laugh, but I'm trying to keep my composure. Yes.
So see, let's start the ball rolling. I kept my promise. I brought you a cup so you can have your tea. Quint, I have one for you as well.
I had the same sentiments because he always tells me I have no tea to give him.
Dominic, Lord, all the tea that you couldn't put one in. Lord.
If looks could kill.
I know.
I don't understand. You try to help some people some of the times, and this is what you get. You're welcome. So the next time I come, I'll probably bring a teapot so that you can get some tea, or I can start filling up your coffee tray and so forth, and we could have some coffee together. I don't know when that's going to be. I said the next time.
Next Friday. So they're back to speak about the back-to-school loan. I just heard that it was extended, so I'll let the gentleman dive right into it. I won't give you any more information.
Right, so we are talking about this. Is that right? Yeah? We are oh, wow, I'm too close to the mic. Okay. We are talking about the summer loan today. We call it back to school loan because, it's back to school time. And, if you want a loan to help with your studies, to help go to university or to whatever it takes for back to school, this loan is perfect for you. It's up to $65,000 and you can apply up until September 30th.
So the up to $65,000 is unsecured.
Can we get more than 65,000?
Yes, you can, and
Okay.
more than $65,000 would be secured.
Got you.
So it's back to school, and while I know Kyla was mentioning the students, I think it's also an opportunity for our teachers. Yeah, we tend to sometimes forget that our teachers do go back to school. Our teachers are starting a new career, a fresh start. They're going to CFBC to further their studies. So it's also for teachers as well, for those persons who want to advance themselves. And like Kyla was saying also, it's also a loan for any other reason. We do recognize it's hurricane season, and we're almost at the peak, the height of hurricane season. So for those persons who haven't done their home repairs, their DIYs, their renovations, and so on, this is an opportunity for you to have access to some cash to do just that. We also want to ensure that persons who might want to consolidate at this time of the year, I mean, some people are already launching their carnival products. So this is an opportunity for you to also look at that as well. If you're intending to go that far out for carnival prep and so on, it's an opportunity for you to have access to some cash now so that you could sort yourself out. But we've extended it because we recognize that at this time of the year, it's very, very, very important to make sure that whether you're a child or a student or a teacher, you have the funds that are needed to help you stay ahead of the grade, if I could use that term. So that's why we've extended the loan. And for those persons who are wondering, well, who just tuned in, where do I get access to this loan? Our office, TDC Financial Services, located on Central Street in Bastia, opposite the Norwich Church. Yeah, the Norwich Church, yeah. Some people didn't know that.
Where you go and buy your breakfast from Miss St. Just and have the rest of our family right across from there.
And in Nevis, we're located in the Longstone building on Main Street in Charlestown. So persons who want to call, they can also do so at 465-6516 or 469-0054 and speak to one of our financial advisors, and they'll be more than happy to assist. You can also check us on Facebook or Instagram. You can do that as well. You could send a message there, and one of our associates would answer.
Okay.
So, we also have a giveaway today. That's why Kyla's here.
I'm wondering, do you notice you and Kyla are finishing
statements?
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, Kyla. I think
you all had tea,
it must be the cups.
Listen.
It must be the cups.
That's what it says.
Sorry, let's correct it. Must be the TDC mugs.
Right.
Let's keep it the branded TDC mugs. So Kyla has a package, a back to school package that he'd like to give away. It's filled with school essentials. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a ruler.
This is the first time?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a ruler, some exercise books.
Come on, Dominic, check out these things out there.
Well, I'll let you do that since you're the TDC Financial Services.
Oh my, okay.
See? So far that Kyla falling over himself.
So we have some books, or this camera, right? Yeah. We have some books, a ruler, anything you need for back to school, geometry sets, scissors.
Those are smart scissors, so they won't cut.
What can they connect to Bluetooth? What makes them so?
Well, I'd leave that up to you because you're the one who's been
we have
at the bank.
Long piggy bank,
a water
bottle with a straw. There's a straw in here somewhere. And some pens and pencils. There's not two in here. I promise you, there's a lot more.
Okay. Kyla, can I answer the question?
No. Go ahead. What's the
question?
You
ask it? When you ask the question, can I answer?
Employees are not allowed to answer.
We have an eraser and, of course,
a sharpener.
A sharpener.
Okay. So. Listen, I haven't seen those things in forever. Then again, I don't go to school.
Yeah.
Anymore.
But you could still apply for the loan if you want some extra cash.
So Dominic, you want me to ask you the first question without you getting anything, and then we ask the actual question?
Sure, you can.
Dominic, you have cups and you have tea bags and stuff. Come on, you don't need anything.
I give him a business, but and then he comes over here and he brings an empty mug. Thank you, Kyla.
So Dominic, I you at a piggy bank. Mm-hmm. What are 3 things can a piggy bank help you do?
It could help you save. It could remind you to save, and when it's full, you can take it to TDC Financial Services and open a chip account.
Are those the correct answers, Kyla?
There's many correct answers. You got them all correct. Yes.
I believe you're in cahoots, you know.
No. But we're gonna give away the bag now, so that
Okay.
somebody could call in and win it.
So let me just make sure that the listening audience know that once you win the bag is to be collected from TDC Financial Services, just across from, as Dominic said, is Norwich.
Yes, the Norwich
Church, right where you buy the breakfast from Miss St. Just and family. Okay, just to make it easier for you.
And you get the bag as well.
Yes.
You get the bag as well.
Look like a nice gym bag.
Yeah.
Or a Friday bag for school if you don't have to carry all your books.
Right.
There's books.
Our weekend bag, right?
Yeah.
Our shopping bag. Yeah. Thank you, Kyla, for thinking of all of those things.
Right. So Dominic, we need a hard question for them. You know?
Really, Kyla?
I feel like we need a hard question.
School open, Kyla.
Okay. So let me see. Name one thing TDC Financial Services can help with. We mentioned like quite a bit.
That's hard.
I thought
that's not hard. Okay, we want to make it harder. I don't know.
That is up to you.
I feel like that's fine.
Okay, so
too hard.
You just put a question out there, and you know somebody's gonna call and lawyer up and say you have a question out there already. And
yeah. So we're gonna stick with that one.
Okay. We're gonna stick with that one.
Repeat it again for those who might be.
Name one thing TDC Financial Services can help you with.
So we'll name one thing.
Okay.
One thing.
That's easy peasy, and you're making it harder. I wish I could have answered the question, you know.
One question. Just don't send me a WhatsApp and ask me if that's the correct answer.
I wish I could have answered that.
So we
question.
have one question for today. So we're giving away a school pack compliments TDC Financial Services on Central Street in Bastille or Main Street in Charlestown. And the question is, Kyla.
Name one thing TDC Financial Services can help you with. We named quite a number of them already, I feel like.
If somebody, if somebody calls in from Nevis, they can go and get a backpack too?
Yes.
Or you're giving away 2 backpacks. Let's be clear just in case.
Well, if the person calls from Nevis, they can collect it there as well.
So we're giving away one backpack.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
all right, no problem.
I mean, could we send it over?
Yes, we can.
We can.
We have 7-minute boats.
Of course, yes, we can send it.
We have connectivity here in the Federation.
So, Quinn, anybody answering the question, or do we want to?
Do we have any takers? Okay, so just to remind you of our local number, it is 466-0989. Or if you want to try on the U.S. line, it's 1-718-285-6984 or 1-305-921-4619. Oh, so let's continue along until we get a caller.
So, while we get a caller, we just want to say that I'm not certain if there's a show next week being Independence. Next week being Independence. So we have a caller.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Hi.
With that consolidation.
Okay, Miss Henry, you go on with your bad self.
I have a granddaughter in grade 5, one going college.
This one is for Zoe? This one is for Zoe?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So where you going? You want to deliver it now?
Who knows? I may just deliver it.
Tell her pick it up.
Okay, no problem. I'll call as soon as we come off the air. And I'll call as soon as we come off the air and congratulate little Zoe. I know she'll put it to good use.
Yes, I wonder if the gentleman could explain to me. What do we all say?
What's that?
You get a loan and you don't got what? You don't put on anything.
You mean unsecured?
What does that mean?
Okay.
I don't understand this unsecured.
Unsecured means that you don't have to put anything down, so you don't have to tell us that, you own this house. You can get the loan. As long as you provide job letter and payslip and
2 proof of ID.
2 proof of IDs and a proof of address. You'll be...
You must say that because I say unsecured. I mean, you go borrow your government your business.
No. That's...
There's some checks and balances as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but you must tell people.
Okay.
All right, then, thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. And thank you for bringing up the debt consolidation. That's an interesting one. Thank you.
In the gentleman's defense, they do say it all the time. I guess they didn't mention that today, but they've oftentimes mentioned that you have to the requirements to get the unsecured.
That is correct, yes.
Because they'll find you. Although you think it's unsecured, you can take it and run.
We know where to find you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know where to find you. So thank you for calling in, Miss Henry, and congratulations. And we'll be sure to deliver the package to you and make sure that you get it.
Zoe on behalf of
Zoe's
Grandma.
granny. Yeah, Zoe's granny.
Wow, that's Dominic. You have a big role to deliver that package.
Oh man.
Look at him blushing over here.
Well, Zoe's no. I'm not delivering. Remember, Zoe's mom is going to come and collect
he's
it.
gonna call.
Oh, TDC Financial.
Right.
Congratulations again, and thanks, Kyla, for bringing along the bag. I mean, Zoe's going to put it to good use.
Yeah, I hope she can.
Yes, I know Zoe. I saw her this week. Yeah.
I hope she can save with TDC Financial Services.
Well, this is an opportunity for you, Kyla, for us to promote CHIP. Yeah. So you could have a CHIP account as well.
Beautiful. This is have a CHIP logo. It does have a CHIP logo on it.
So you can have a CHIP account as well.
So you get the piggy bank with the CHIP logo,
right?
So and you can her parent mention it to Dominic can mention it to her parent.
She
can get
I'll
a
get
CHIP
her to
account
sign up.
Right.
I'll get her to sign up for a CHIP as well. It's only $10.
Only $10. You can deposit as much as you want every single month. $10 to start, and high interest rate 3.25%. What other bank that gives that high interest rate? I mean,
for a child.
For a child. So when the child turns 16, you can take it out and get a whole lump sum of money for whatever you need. For
back to school.
Back to school. There you go. For college.
Yeah.
There you go. So.
Because kids are going off to college younger. We had a caller this morning say we have a 9-year-old in university already. Like, that child probably born talking to be in university already.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was saying, I'm not sure if we'll be here next week, Independence Week and all that.
None of us will be. We'll be celebrating at home in our white.
Well, you're celebrating at home in your white. Just like to say that next week our home and building depots are starting. We'll be kicking off their 2-week anniversary sale. So our home and building depots are celebrating their birth month this month, and from the 15th onward they'll be having a sale right until the end of September. It's 25% on selected items. This is our way of making sure that our customers show their independence and shop with TDC Home and Building Depots.
Okay.
So we're going to have that as well. Yeah, 25% off selected categories in store. So for those persons who are looking for an opportunity and a way to celebrate with TDC Home and Building Depots, it's our 22nd anniversary for St. Kitts and 21 for Nevis, and we're giving 25% off those selected categories in store. So persons who are looking for an opportunity to save and celebrate with us. And we're also doing something around the birth date. So we're doing something in store to celebrate. We might have balloons, we might have cake, we might have candles. Something's
What's
happening.
The first thing you said you might have?
Balloons, cake.
Oh, balloons.
Yeah, you want tea, I know that, or coffee.
No.
But I have to bring something to put in the cup.
I thought you said models.
Oh, models. You want
so to? Promotional models?
I don't know. That's the question.
I don't know if she wants to be a home and build. Yeah. in some birthday colors. I mean, I agree.
Oh, boy.
I'll make mention of that we may have a.
As long as it's not the birthday suit.
Suit? No birthday suit.
Listen, I'm not sure the two.
No. So we'll make sure that you come to the store and shop. So for those persons who are looking for extra savings, the place to shop will be TDC Home and Building Depot from the 15th right down until the 30th, because we're celebrating our birth month. Celebrating in a big way, we're giving 25% off selected categories. And there's something special I know is being planned for around the birth date. So our customers and clients who visit the store on that particular day or around that particular day are guaranteed to get something extra special, just because we're celebrating. Yes, maybe spin the wheel, or runway model, free cake, free balloons. I don't know.
I feel like Dominic might be a runway model too.
Oh no, I might run away with the model.
Run away with the curtains, yeah?
Oh no. Run away with the model.
Try and get Dominic beat up.
See what I mean? Look at that. No, I don't want to get shot either. So I'll leave it there. I don't want to get shot down either, so I'll leave it there. So those are the things that are happening this month. But for those persons who just tuned in, we're talking about our back-to-school loan at TDC Financial Services, and we're giving you an opportunity to celebrate with the home and building depots from the 15th of this month right down until the 30th. It's an opportunity to save on a wide variety of product categories. One of the product categories I can say now I'm certain is that we will have would be housewares, household, and furniture. So for those persons who are looking to, save on those particular products, we're gonna have those at 25% off.
All right.
For the 14 days, and then we're going to be celebrating around the birth date. We'll be back to tell you more when is the birth date, because I think that's after Independence, so we'll be back then to tell you what's happening on the actual birthday. So for those persons who want to come and celebrate with us, and this is in St. Kitts and Nevis, so you can celebrate with us at both locations on that particular day. Take advantage of the early savings, come for the party, and then still shop after.
Alrighty. Well, gentlemen, it's always a pleasure having you both in the studio. Thank you for coming and promoting. And to our lucky winner, Zoe, thank you. As Quinn said, he won Teeny Cup. Yes. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
From the South, 98.9.
From the time that you taste it, man, you know that it's greatness. Some ice in your cup, tell your friends drink up. You know that we liming. Signal the bartender. No, we don't need chaser, but if you want, it could mix with anything. We drinking Stones ginger wine, the original ginger wine. We drinking like I say, Stones ginger wine. Greatness is forever.
St. Kitts, it's time to come together for a great cause. Join us on Saturday, September 13th at 17 Degrees Victoria Road for Trent's Breakfast, Lunch, and Barbecue Fundraiser. Start your day with breakfast from 7 a.m., grab a delicious lunch at 11, and then fire up the night with a big barbecue from 4 p.m. until late. Also supported the cause: New Vibes Band, Grandmasters, Small X Band, Collision, Akayu Suite, ASAP Band, Evolution HD, Upset Squad, KT Dan, Statics, Tough House Sound, DJ Cool, Deep Vibes Masquerade, and plenty more. Remember, this is more than just food and music. Every plate, every drink, every donation goes towards Trent's medical expenses. Your support truly means a difference. Entry: give what you can, plus breakfast, lunch, barbecues. Entry: give what you can, plus breakfast, lunch, barbecue, and drinks with
SL Oxford and Company. This one's for you, our valued customer. From Thursday, September 18th, the value. Shop smart. Shop.
And it's Kelly or Tonique. Both of them are born on the same grandfather's date.
Okay.
And then tomorrow is my stepdaughter, Nicole Estridge.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Nicole's birthday. And next Monday is my son Anthony's birthday, the 15th.
Okay, so happy birthday to everyone.
Yeah, man.
And when his come, happy birthday.
I am diabetic, so I can't get on the cake. I got diabetes cake, right? Sugar-free cake.
Sneak a piece. Sneak a tiny piece still.
And then I call to wish my granddaughters all the best. Remember to say what to be is up to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that happen to me are the things that I allow. You know those two quotes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let them learn them. The things that happen to me are the things that I allow.
Yes, because we have control of what happens to us and how it happens to us.
Yeah, you put a stop. When you see it happening, stop. Mm-hmm. I can't. No. The things that you allow are what happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday to my two beautiful granddaughters. One finished with. One is an economist like me, please. I may boast.
I have an accountant. One is an accountant. One is an economist. One is studying in your country. The mother is Guyanese, you know?
Okay, nice.
And one studying nursing. So they're blessed. The Bible says, Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14, that is where I live. So happy birthday, Melly. Happy birthday, Kelly. Happy birthday, Nicole. And advance birthday to Anthony Henry, my son. God bless you.
No, I was not sure. Miss Henry, are you still there? Oh, okay, so she's gone. So it says, it continues to read. Why? I do not know why these things have so many adverts. Okay, it says one major step in that direction is the creation of a central trading entity, that's the CTE, established under the guidance of the Regulatory Substance Authority, the RSA, the body responsible for developing and implementing cannabis-related legislation on the island. The RSA CEO, Dylan Norbert Ingles, speaking at the recently held Helen's Daughter on Conference on Agriculture, said the CTE is designed to maintain high-quality standards, support local producers, and ensure that a share of the industry's profits stay within the country. The only legislative entity. The CTE really who is cultivating cannabis in St. Lucia must either sell that cannabis to the central trading entity or must pay the central trading entity royalties for having cultivated the cannabis in St. Lucia. The interesting thing about our CTE, is that you must have an ownership stake of at least 30%. Once established, the cannabis industry will require producers to meet strict standards, ensuring proper labeling, traceability, and compliance. These requirements are not cheap, and without support, many local farmers could be priced out. Recognizing this, the RSA has worked to create a system that will not exclude those who have historically been part of the cannabis trade, especially those without the financial means to operate legally on their own. The RSA also designed the central trading entity to offer an ownership opportunity, giving legacy cannabis cultivators a real stake in the future legal industry, even if they can't afford to set up a standalone business themselves.
You have a caller waiting.
Okay, caller, go ahead. You're live on Island T. Hello, caller.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm fine. I listened to the discussion earlier, right? And I thought it was unfortunate that whenever we promote black pride and black consciousness, that we have to do so in a way that denigrates other races. I think we should resist that temptation, that argument, because it generally descends into a lot of rhetoric, and we don't need to go there to remind us that our race really of the greatness, the heritage, history. We don't have to do it, okay? Because you see, people are people. They are good and bad black people. They are good and bad white people, and they are good and bad shades in between, whatever shade it may be. And I think it's only people with complexes, whether they're inferior or otherwise, that try to really separate people and use those types of arguments, race-type arguments. I personally do not stereotype people, because I've been in contact with enough of all races to realize that it makes no sense, right? I mean, I studied in the College of North, where there were only a sprinkling of black people in a town that hardly had any black people to begin with. So I know the highs and lows of that experience. I mean, I've also been stranded on a highway in a city with quite a lot of black people. And strangely enough, and if you're stranded in a highway in a metropolitan area, you know what a harrowing experience that would be if it deserted. And strangely enough, it was white people who are for the system. Okay, so people will be people. And I don't believe that we should put divisions or separateness between people. That is why, for instance, I don't like these special zones where people are going to be separated from each other. Right? That's one of the reasons I don't like it. Right? I think, instead, that we should concentrate more on engendering more respect and harmony between races, between people. And how do you do that? Well, for one, there's no question about that. But then you also have to admit that in comparison with other races, we are underperforming. Of course, for historical reasons, yes, colonialism, slavery, and all of those things. But the fact is, we have to face up to it. And we do not depend on other races to catch up. We can catch up ourselves. And that is why we should be so hard on our leaders. Because in their contact with people of power from other races, power and money, they seem to be very subservient. They don't follow our best, they don't have our best interests at heart. We always seem to end up with the bad end of the deal. And that's on them. But in addition to that, we should be concentrating so much more on learning from, let's say, the thrift and the enterprise of the Indians and the Chinese, the can-do spirit of white people generally. Learn from the good that is in their parties, that seems to be endemic in their particular race, and use it to catch up, right?
When you say catch up, explain that for me, because when I look back at history, let's look at American history precisely, and a lot of the inventions that came out of Black America. When you say catch up, explain that for me.
I'm talking about what currently obtained. Yes, and that is why we should refer to the history, because we were not always behind. Okay, we were leaders at one time.
Okay.
That's what I use catch up in the context of what obtains now.
Yes, I hear.
Most of the countries that are black or black-led are, in the economically speaking and in terms of political power that is wielded and so on, we are, not at the top. We're not in leadership.
I would agree with you. And as you said, the onus and the blame would go to our leaders.
Well, not just our leaders. I mean, even individually, collectively, we should all exhibit the kinds of traits that you'll find, for instance, among most people in other races. I mean, I know, for instance, yes, there are poor people, because that's another thing, in people who want to promote the separateness and so on. They want people, just like how there are poor people. There are poor people in the black countries. There are very poor people in white countries too.
Yeah.
But they want them to associate.
I kind of alluded to that yesterday when I spoke to why the uprising in France presently.
Right. You know, they would want to make it about race, us against them kind of thing, when in fact it's more of the class struggle kind of a thing, poor versus rich sort of thing, which you know is quite natural in a lot of places, all right? But what I'm saying is, when I heard someone called in and said something about the sargassum, for instance, and the fact that we don't even have no preponderance of beach, a lot of beaches. Man, let's take care of the ones that we got.
Not only
we
that,
can't come up.
Not only that, caller. Let me give you an example. You see what was done with Port Zante, and when the Port Zante project started, a lot of individuals, even people in government, in the opposing government, made certain statements such as they wish the sea would come and wipe it off, blah blah blah. To make a long story short, you see the benefits of Port Zante today. I also referred to, when I was a small boy, a beach that a caller referred to. That beach was just horrible. You know, the sand, the rocks, the everything, and they judged it. So we can, if our leaders are thinking progression and they're thinking sustainability, they should also be thinking, we have a young fella here who is at New Guinea, and he was doing some work there, judging in the Christophe Harbour area. Why can't the government then find ways and get some financing and whatnot and start preparing beaches so that we have other beaches? Because the providers, the taxi providers, have been complaining that the beaches are overcrowded when the ships come in and the planes come in and so forth. So they should be thinking along that vein. What are they going to do? Wait for some foreign investor to come and say they're going to drag the beach, and next thing we hear clause in there that they're going to control the beach for the next 30 years and our people can't bathe on the beach?
But exactly. I mean, you'd think that something like this, like that, is obvious, because it's obviously doable.
Yes, it's
one
doable.
Thing we know. If it's one thing we know how to do here, is move rocks.
Yes.
We've done it in so many places. We can create the breakwaters and so on that's necessary to protect our beach.
Yes.
The beaches, or create new beachfronts.
Yes.
Ideally, one on the Bay Road would be really good, but it absolutely needs some kind of breakwater.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it will be washed away. And of course, a sewage system in Bastille, so that it doesn't become some dirty, some
grimy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but it's doable. But
it's doable.
What I'm saying is, somehow there isn't that vision, that idea.
No, because some foreigner has to come and tell them.
Yeah. You know, it always has to be some foreign idea, person coming with some idea, and that is what keeps us down. I'm saying. But
anyway, we're going to have to break away. It's 5 minutes to, and we have another program. The other individuals who's going to be in control, he's sitting next to me, so fortunately we have to.
Yeah, all right then.
All right, have a good one.
As usual, thanks for your input. Any final words, Cartencia?
Yeah, have a safe and enjoyable weekend.
And the same to you.
All right.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
If you need protection, you need